We're going to be talking about Onyxcoin on this video because I think it's going to be warranting some updates. It hasn't been doing too much, but I think that's because Bitcoin has been in a downward trajectory. I'm going to be talking about what has changed since the last time I've talked about Onyxcoin, which was about last week. What are some developments that's happening here? Now, I mentioned on the weekly time frame that this is going to be a pretty long shot, right? I'm looking at the resistance here at about 4.9 cents, which was where Onyxcoin got a huge rejection back in January, right? And if Onyxcoin could continue a rounded bottom trajectory up to that point, it could potentially form a cup and handle pattern. But that is a pretty long shot right now based on what Onyx Coin is doing. But it still has that rounded bottom trajectory as of right now. Now, I talked about a falling wedge pattern that XCN has broken out of back in the week of July 7th. And since that breakout, it really hasn't done too much and has been on this downward trajectory here. Okay. Now the breakout target for this falling wedge pattern would be about almost just right above 2.5 cents here. Okay. Now price targets are estimates only. There could be more and there could be less. Very much depends on the markets, right? The type of market we're in. If we're in a bull cycle, if we're in a bull market, a bear market, sideways market. I still think that we're in a bull market given that Bitcoin has broken through that 110K level. Of course, it does need to hold above that with weekly candle closes and above. So very much depends on Bitcoin. I am long on Bitcoin. I am long on quite a bit of the altcoins here. So my opinion on this market is still bullish. Okay. And I'll tell you guys when I change my opinion because as a trader in this market, I am open-minded to both sides of the trade. Now, what could Onyxcoin XCN be doing here, right? Since it has hit about 2 cents there, it has been on this downtrend here, which is not very uncommon to see when a market breaks out of a falling wedge and it does a little bit of a downtrend afterwards, okay? Because there's quite a bit of resistance to get through. Now, including the weekly moving averages that are going to be your resistance. It is going to be, so the weekly 21 SMA is going to be your key resistance on this time frame, which is about 1.6 cents. Now, it has just hit a key support here, which is the weekly 50 SMA. Currently is the white line here, which is about almost 1.2 cents there. Okay, very important for Onyxcoin to hold above this key support. Otherwise, the next key support I'm seeing is going to be about 10 cents, right? And then basically 9 cents. I'm just looking at the candles here for previous support and resistance. So that is the downside consideration. Now, what are the upside consideration? Okay, there's still quite a bit. Okay, upside consideration here is, of course, this breakout is still valid, right? That falling wedge pattern, right? And if we actually zoom in a little bit here on this daily time frame, it also broke out of a falling wedge pattern, which I talked about last time. Okay, broke out of it back in, I'm gonna say it's gonna be right here with the solid candle close above it. And the price target here adjusted for that is going to be about 1.75 cents price target. Now, it has broken out of it and took a dip even, right? There is bullish, actually, no, there is not bullish divergence on this daily time frame, but this breakout is still valid because you guys can see that the price action is still above this upward trend line. It is at a critical point though. Let's see if it, breaches this breakout, right, and goes and potentially dump further, or will there be a bounce here now? Let's zoom in some more and see if I can get any more clear signals on what Onyx could be doing. Okay, 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame, there was bullish divergence that is playing out right now, and there are still higher lows, which is good. Because if it holds a higher low, it could still the next logical move is a higher high. Okay. So that's basically, excuse me, a higher low on the 6-hour time frame, but bullish divergence on the 4-hour time frame that was playing out. So this is basically what I'm seeing for Onyxcoin so far. Let's see what it does. Let's see if it can still hit some of those potential targets, or will the downside play out here. And let me know if you guys want to continue seeing more of Onyxcoin by dropping a like, comment, and subscribe, or any other coins in this market. And I'll see you on the next one.